And here we are. We've got someone who's in the actual theatre industry with us tonight. It's a privilege, actually. Michael Buller from the Melbourne French Theatre Company. Michael Buller, good evening.
Good evening.
How
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Comment ça va?
Ça va très bien.
Très bien?
Très, très bien.
Très, très bien. Wow, very, very well. Okay. What can I say? Tell us a bit about yourself before we even get into talking about the play.
Well, my origins are Italian,
Right.
but also some French origins. And I founded the Melbourne French Theatre 24 years ago. And we do two plays a year, entirely in French, with one difference. We have surtitles in English. So that makes a big difference.
When am I in your next production? I am an actor, so just
But
let
do you
me know.
speak? Do you speak French?
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's
used to
good.
teach French.
Oh,
so-
very good.
But
very
it's
good.
been 12 years now. But anyway, let's not talk about me.
Right.
We'll talk about that later. But so this production, what are your professional sort of thoughts about it?
I enjoyed it very much. It was a production where obviously you have to have a good grasp of Neapolitan.
Neapolitan, yeah.
Which I don't have. However, that aside, I followed the story. The message was very, very clear. I listened to people laughing at certain points where I didn't follow it all. But the message was there. It was because it was well acted and I think very well directed as well.
Right, okay. Well, that's good. Anybody now, I've asked this question maybe to somebody else tonight, but I want to repeat it because we're getting it from someone who has a broad knowledge and experience in this sort of industry. Did any actors really come through convincingly to you?
Shine, definitely the main Filumena,
Yeah.
Rosemarie. Because she lived and breathed the part, and also because Neapolitan is her, as I understand, her native dialect. So I think she was really the best choice for the part. There's no doubt about it. Mimmo Mangione, who has directed our plays, three of our Melbourne French Theatre plays. He's a wonderful actor, but he's also a wonderful director. And I think that's what makes him an even better actor, because he sees both sides of the coin, and I think that's very important.
Well, I was just reading, amazingly enough, Mimmo Mangione's biography is really he comes from how would you say, an experience so vast. He's even stagecrafted one of Zeffirelli's La Traviata, Franco Zeffirelli's La Traviata. So there you go. It's a man of broad experience and expertise. And we had the fortune to see him in action, along with Rosemarie, who's a girl who's had a pretty interesting upbringing. She started off her first debut at the age of 4 in a little primary school production. And by 32 she was already starring in, I've just forgotten here, she was starring at the age of, got the program here.
She's a child actor.
Yeah, it says here, age 32, Rosemarie developed her stand-up act La Chantosa, a raucous Neapolitan vaudeville songstress. So there's more to her.
That's French, because don't forget the French were in Naples.
That's right.
And La Chanteuse is, of course, where the La Chantosa comes from.
It's a French invention, stolen by the Neapolitans. Of course, Neapolitans are really good at stealing, but we do it with such charm that people forgive us.
Yeah, I've lost my wallet already. I also wanted to say another actor, Cynthia Seeker. Excellent. Now, tonight she played 2 roles, which I thought was really something, because for someone to just take on another role because someone is ill or can't make it, I find fantastic.
Yes.
Because it's very demanding. But she plays the roles very well. She's also French, very, very fluent in French, and has done, 7, 8, 9 of our Melbourne French Theatre plays too. So what I wanted to say too, there is a crossover in Melbourne. You find that the Latin language, the French and the Italian cultures are cousins.
Literally, if you're reading French-Italian, now I've studied French, we were saying this off camera, there is English, French, Italian, it's all stemming from Latin text.
That's right.
And it looks the same. The only thing is the sounds start to differ, but otherwise...
Well, as Mimmo will say, Molière was very, very much influenced by Commedia dell'arte. So there is this cross-pollination, and what is interesting is here in Melbourne, it's happening again in the 21st century.
That's right. And you know what? It's starting to touch the Aussies too, the Anglo world.
Yes.
And why not? Why not do one of these productions and do it in English.
I agree.
Some of them can be translated. Some of them are hard because of cross-cultural sort of meanings and
perhaps
metaphors.
Translations don't exist as easily as that in terms of accessibility, but do surtitles. Bring in a PowerPoint video projection and put the English up for those who can't follow it.
That's right.
And
that
you'll
would
have access.
Will definitely build up the audiences
Way to
that
do
way and bring art to society in the means that will permit society to be able to participate in full acknowledgement of what is being seen and heard.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
Well,
Good.
Once again, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure.
And I look forward to, along with the Channel 31 viewers, to catching up with you and maybe with a copy of one of your productions from the French
come
company.
and film one of our productions.
Welcome. It's just a matter of letting us know about it and we'll be there.
I'll take your card.
Good on you. Okay? Once again, thank you. Buonasera ai nostri telespettatori. Sono qui, mi trovo con il nostro carissimo signor Raffaele Basso. Buonasera Raffaele.
Buonasera.
Allora, stavamo parlando prima che si accendesse la ripresa qui. Raccontaci tipo cosa stai facendo in questi ultimi tempi qui a Melbourne.
Diversi progetti, anche teatrali, infatti sto qui stasera con voi. Perfettamente io sono musicista, ma l'interesse per il teatro nasce diversi anni fa in Italia, cominciando con delle piccole compagnie e poi man mano fino a qualche anno fa ho lavorato con progetti abbastanza grossi, con personaggi di tutto rispetto, quali i fratelli Giuffre, Gigi Savoia, che è stato un collaboratore del maestro Edoardo De Filippo. Ho collaborato in Novecento napoletano con Marisa Laurito e ho portato in giro per l'Italia un'opera di Viviani scritta da me per un quartetto di fiati, archi, e quindi diciamo che la mia esperienza sì, musicale, ma comunque costantemente con attori, mi ha dato la possibilità di imparare qualcosa.
Ok, allora possiamo sperare che nelle prossime produzioni di questa compagnia drammatica italiana di Melbourne possiamo aspettare di vederti come diciamo, sul palcoscenico, no? In qualche parte rappresentando qualche personaggio.
Ma spero di sì. Diciamo che il battesimo teatrale in qualità di attore l'ho avuto grazie alla compagnia di Don Padula e alla direzione di Dino Nicolosi, sostituendo uno degli attori che è mancato qualche volta. È andata bene, mi sono molto divertito e è nata una passione come nelle vesti di attore.
Benissimo. Di nuovo Raffaele, grazie tante. È stato un piacere sempre rivederti. Grazie tante.
Grazie
e buonasera.
This program proudly sponsored by Insegna International Languages Bookshop.